Hey guys, Robert here with Realtor One Group MVP, and today I am in Del Webb Sunchase, the new Parrish 55 plus Del Webb community. I'm in the model center, is now open, now selling. I know it's long awaited. Everybody's wanted to, get a load of what is going on in this community and wants to know the information, especially my subscribers on my channel. So today I'm going to give you the spiel, the rundown. It's been a really rainy week, so I don't know if I'll be able to do any drone footage. There's not really a lot to show at this point anyway. It's just the models and a bunch of empty lots. The amenity center is under construction. They just broke ground on it. There's gonna be 1,005 lots so far. So just about 55 lots, more than Del Webb Bayview. There's gonna be no freestanding restaurant, but there will be a bar. It should be snacks and stuff like that, but it won't be like a full service restaurant. That'll be the only differences really. And then location, you're a little further east out, and then a couple different model changes, which we'll go through later in the video. There was an additional floor plan that was added, and then some packages that are already pre-selected that will help you with understanding pricing versus going in blind to the selection center and then kind of getting jacked up on the prices, guys. So if you're not familiar with my channel, make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe, make sure you're checking out all my model tours, guys, and make sure you're reaching out to me with any questions. If you need any virtual tours, especially if you're out of state, if you're coming into town, you want to meet up, make sure if you're going to use me and my services, have me represent you and take advantage of my rebates and the different things that I offer, guys, as well as the advantages of having someone who lives in Parrish, who has been in Parrish for a few years, who's been in this North River area for over 12 years, who's been in Florida for over 20 years, and has been a licensed agent for 9 years in buying and selling my own real estate as well. So I have a lot of experience, guys, do a lot of remodels, represent hundreds of clients, guys. I do these videos all the time. I am in the mix. So we're gonna go through these, I think there's like 6 models. We're gonna go run through those right now. I'm gonna show you the different floor plans that you would see if you came to the model center. And this is located, this is the furthest east, probably on State Road 62 community in Parrish. So it's actually a good location because the future development of Parrish is gonna go, it goes like another 7 miles east. So the next phases of Parrish are gonna be all out in this direction. So keep that in mind, guys. And then you'll be able to have, better access to, if you wanna go to like Lakeland or Orlando, this is a good cut through to avoid, say, like that Friday night traffic on I-75 and I-4. So keep that in mind. With no further ado, guys, let's get down to it and we'll go check out these models. All right, so very similar to Bayview. You kind of park there, you come in, and there's a cul-de-sac of models. So like I said, it's very rainy today. I've got a bunch of literature here, like fees and stuff like that. I'm going to share with you here in a few minutes, along with the base prices of the different models, some of the packages you can choose, and a list of amenities and things like that, guys. So this is actually the new model that was not in Bayview. It's called the Palmary. All right, and let me pull out my sheet so I can give you the rundown on that. All right, so the Palmary, right here, that's the new one. This is a 2 to 3 bedroom, 2 bath with a flex room, 2-car garage, 1,943 square feet, the base price of $423. So nice covered entry here, covered front porch with some recessed lighting up there. Obviously, there's gonna be, inventory homes, some quick move-ins that are gonna have some special pricing, some good discounts on them in the future. Probably not so much right now. There's a couple of them. But then the rest, it's kind of to be built, and they're offering that 4.99% interest right now for even the to be built. So, and that's a locked rate. So that's pretty good. So you walk in, like a lot of different floor plans. You walk in, you get some sort of a bedroom, bathroom combo right when you walk in. So I have yet to see in this model. So You know, these are some of the features that you can do if you don't want to buy a package home. You can do, you know, to be built, but some of the packages already have a lot of this stuff in it. So then it's going to have your flex space right here / office. Coming over to the left is going to have a little drop zone area, laundry room. That's your communications panel. That's where like all your internet router, things like that go in there, guys. Sink. And I'm not sure if this is a tandem. I think it might be. It's not. Sorry. So there must be some more square footage over there. But you got a water softener loop right here. Got the epoxy on the garage floor. And, you know, 2-car garage with high ceilings. So if you want to do, you know, storage up along this wall, there's very, very high ceilings for that. So you can do that drop down kind of storage racks and stuff like that. And you'll still have plenty of head space. So as you come through here, crown moldings. You know, this is a little different than some of the other floor plans that you've seen, because you've always seen some kind of like, you know, extra split where there's some room over there, right? Where this goes right to here, and you got these extra like natural light in the kitchen with these windows, which is kind of nice, because, you know, when your kitchen's like tucked too far back in the middle of the home, you don't have a lot of natural light, and it gets very dark, and you have to like keep lights on during the day. So you gotta think about that, guys. Because it's something that you may not think about when you walk into a model and it's all lit up. And very sparkly quartz. I do like those. Very sparkly. It's got the blue sparkles in it. This is obviously an upgrade. This would be your pantry. It's not going to come like that standard. This is a gas community, guys. So we have gas. So another gas community. You know, 55 plus, 18 plus to occupy. So you can have 18 and up live with you, but you have to be 55 plus to own. So just keep that in mind. You can have grandkids visit and hang out. They just can't live with you. Anyone under 18, well, let's say. You have grandkids. They just have to be over 18. Live with you. Let me open this up. So definitely going to have the outdoor kitchen features and options. I'm sure you're going to see some of the models are going to have nice swimming pools. Those, you know, Del Webb always does offer that as well. So it's just a matter of your budget and if you want to do something before the fact or after the fact. And a lot of these homes are going to have your hurricane impact windows or it's an upgrade, right? I don't think it's standard, but it is definitely an option. When I get to the next, we'll get to a couple more models and we'll go through these sheets with you. So I'll give you all the information for all the fees and stuff like that. This is the primary. So this one's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath with the flex. It can be a 3-bedroom without the flex. So, you know, kind of like a hallway, bathroom. Comes into a nice walk-in closet, and if you have these built-ins, it's very functional and with a walk-in shower. So, good size. Linen closet, oh, that's the toilet, and then this is the, they call it a water closet, but it's a toilet. Right here is your air handler, so it's right off the primary. So hopefully, you know, some people need that exterior noise when they're sleeping, like some type of a fan or something like that. So this might help and eliminate the need for some type of a noise machine. You're having the air blower right outside your door. So that could help soothe your sleeping situation. As we go through to the next one, guys. So yeah, we've got this 7 model. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 models. So Mystique Grand, guys. This is a very popular one. A longtime veteran of the Del Webb line, the Polte line. That's the Mystique Grand, the Mystique. you know, because it can be changed into many different configurations. But they just have the Grand here. They don't have the actual Mystique. I don't see it on the sheet. Actually, they do have the Mystique. Okay, they have the Grand Mystique and the Mystique. So my bad on that. So the Mystique, just like the X-Men character, can be transformed into many different configurations. Just like that character, she could change into anyone that she wanted. This can change as well, with like a tandem 3-car garage, and upstairs, extra living space, and the great room, which I'll show you in a minute. As you can see right here, this tandem, and you can take that away and have extra living space here as well. So keep that in mind. Big laundry room. So lots of room in here, guys. Lots of room. Try not to move the camera too fast because I have gotten some complaints on that. And I've noticed that in other YouTubers' videos, and that's why I always try to do mine slow, but sometimes I get in a rush and whatever's going on, and I'm trying to do a quick video and I move a little fast. So right here, guys, is I wanted to show you, and so you understand, like if you had a Mystique, you know, you would not have that stairway there. You could have this as another bedroom. You could have a bedroom over here and no tandem garage. There'd be another room there. Keep your flex space. Is just different ways to do it. And then you can push this wall out. So instead of having the extended lanai, you can have, I think you can do like a 0-corner slider here. I'm not sure about that. I gotta double check on that. Doesn't seem like they're putting pools in these models. I'm sure there is pools in a couple of them. This has a nice fire pit area. All these things these are pretty heavy sliders. So, you know, you want to make sure you're going to the gym if you get sliders like that. Or maybe you don't have to go to the gym. You just have to open and close your sliders a few times a day, and it'll build your muscles right up. So yeah, nice gas. They put a gas fire pit right here in the back. So I guess that's an option, guys, where you can run the gas to the fire pit and get this extended lanai, or you could bump this out and then have more living space here. So I know I have a client who really likes this model, configured a certain way. She's on the radar right now. Hopefully gonna put something under contract here any day now. And get that, entry-level pricing, guys. When you get into a community, before the amenities are open, you get a better price. When the amenities come, people start moving in, phases start getting finished, and the community gets a little bit more manicured, gets a little bit more popularity, gets a little more demand, prices start to stabilize and then increase. So, as you see in the Mystique Grand, it's probably like one of the only models that they're going to offer that has an upstairs. So keep that in mind. There's not going to be very many 2 stories in here. I think this might be the only one, to tell you the truth. It's got a lot of area there, big area here, and I've seen it in other communities, like especially Del Webb Bayview, if you've seen in my other videos, where this is kind of like a gym. They made like a home gym and full bath, bedroom, and then your air handlers are up here in this closet instead of downstairs, say like outside of a bedroom. You've got plenty of storage in there as well. And there's no direct air sucking in from there, so it's not like it's sucking in anything from the closet. Obviously, these models get pretty upgraded, and you might want to take advantage of one of these packages. As we go through the next model, I'll go through some of that stuff with you. We'll put these on the table and go over them. Probably should have grabbed the water. Feel a little dry. But we've got another realtor doing videos here as well. So here's the Stardom, guys. This has got a huge front covered lanai, covered front porch, and this is a 3-car garage model. So the next two that we're gonna see is your side-by-side 3 cars. Those are gonna be on your wider lots, your 60-foot lots. And then as you come in, come right through here, it'll have your bonus area here, slash den, half bath. It's gonna have a like a dry bar, little wine fridge right there. That's an upgrade. Obviously, it's not a standard feature. As you come through, we've seen this model as a very, very popular model. Everybody loves Stardom because it's like a double split. It has like a double master. So I'll show you that here in a minute. Double primary. Huge laundry room. It's one thing about this model. So you can make it like a dog room, laundry. It's pretty cool. Come through here. It's gonna have your 8-foot doors. I would always suggest making sure you're getting the 8-foot doors. So it even has a little bump out here. Okay, cool. So 3-car side by side with the bump out because it kind of bumps in right there. It's got like a sub panel with another panel there. Your water softener loop there, drop zone. Yeah, nice kitchen. You can get these built-ins cabinetry all the way to the top if you so choose. So all the way to the ceiling. So this is your actual primary. This is the real primary, and then I'll show you kind of like the suite across the way. Or maybe I got this flipped. This is the suite. Yeah, this is the suite. The other one's the primary. Sorry. Usually I'm seeing this model flipped. Like in the other community in Bayview, it was flipped. So I'm kind of backwards here. And then this must be the primary because there's probably a double vanity in here. And I think this room is a little bit bigger. Yeah. So you get the double vanity. It's a bigger bathroom, walk-in shower, and a huge closet. Wow. So right there, and then it wraps around over into here. Very nice. Very nice. And I know a lot of you are saying, I want to get it just like that. So when we go here, guys, we're going to go through, these are some of the packages that they have. And then these ones are pre-selected. So if you don't want to do the, go to the design center and then have to, pay for all the upgrades individually, and then, it can go up pretty fast, like $150,000. They'll just have basically a price already kind of worked in for that whole package. So keep that in mind. So then these are the ones that you can do it on. These are the different packages, I guess. So, and then base price on the elevation. And then I think pretty sure that's how he explained it to me. So we do have some quick move-ins here, guys. And, right here for the 40s and 50s. So those are, your different lot prices right here. These are going to be your different floor plans, layouts. So you can pause the screen, guys, if you want to see these more in detail. Boom. 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 And boom. So the Stellar Grand, so there actually is another 2-story, and that's going to be the Stellar Grand and the Renown are also going to have loft options there. It looks like. So no, the Renown is just a way that you can reconfigure that with the garage, And then the Stellar Grand, anything with the Grand, I believe, is a 2-story. So yeah, two stories. My bad on that. And then some of the features here. And then these are gonna be your quick move-ins. So quick move-ins were ranging anywhere from 356, guys, as low as 356, 1,400 square feet, which will be the last, I believe, model that we're gonna look at. That's the Candlewood. And then going all the way up to 533, so not bad, not 543. That's gonna be your most expensive quick move-in. So I'd say that's pretty affordable, guys. You know, it's not too out of reach, especially if you want one of these really big, nice home and floor plans. These are gonna be some of your base prices for the different models. So those are all the ones that they offer here now. Still a little confused, and I think the salespeople are a little confused on the packaging. So we just gotta kind of try to, you know, get an update on that, because I'm seeing like these 324. I don't know if that's the cost for the package, or if these are just different home sites, like a Beechwood. I have no idea. I'm a little confused on that. Leisure series, Passport series, but that's what I was told. So. And then this is gonna be your fee sheet. So CDD annually, pretty affordable, guys. That's really not bad at all. It's under $2,000, at least to start, right? And then operations and maintenance, that's your debt service. So that'll actually get paid off over time, and you can pay that off early. You can go down to the, tax collector, and you can get it, so you don't have to pay the interest on that over, say, 30 years, because that's an annual cost, and you can pay that off without the interest, pay that off a little earlier, and then really your CDD is only going to be that, just operations and maintenance. And then your HOA fees, obviously it's a maintenance-free community. They say restaurant, but it's really more like a bar. They may have a little bit of food there, but it's not going to be a full, like they said, freestanding restaurant. We'll see. Things do change. HOA, post amenity, and restaurant. Scenic and leisure, distinctive, and passport, and those are the different series. So anywhere from $444 to $461 monthly on that. So definitely have some fees here, but you're gonna have the lifestyle, and you're really gonna have some nice lots and be in a great location. So, kind of like an exclusive location as time goes on, because you're gonna notice like this Parrish area, it's really gonna start to look exactly like Lakewood Ranch, and then you can just do the math with like how much is Del Webb Catalina selling the same homes for. Well, that's how much they're gonna be selling them here for. So in about, say, 5 to 10 years, when Parrish really gets built out, I would say 5 years, you're gonna really start seeing that return on investment, guys. So just trying to get out of the rain here, but we're at the Stellar. This is another 3-car, smaller covered entry here, guys, not as large. So that would be the one thing about the Stellar, but you will see this is a really nice floor plan when you get inside. It has that 0-corner slider, so you'll see that's a super nice feature. It's one of the nicest features. And when you come in here, you've got like an ensuite type thing where it's got a full bath. And then there's actually a linen closet behind that door. And then this would be, a great guest room with a closet, really nice natural light. Really good feel in here, good vibe. And, your den or bonus room there. Great room, open floor plan, goes right into the kitchen with a huge island, breakfast bar, a little coffee area you could have right there. Good sized pantry. This is a gourmet kitchen that's what they call it, I guess. So, gas. But as you can see, like I was pointing out in some of the other home where like when you get into the kitchen, there's really like no windows in the kitchen. So in that first home that I showed, you know, that new model, they've got that natural light right in the kitchen. So this is that 0 corner slider. I'm gonna open this up and just kind of show you guys how this works. They've got the pool here. This is like that lifestyle all the Northerners want. New York. I can't even push that whole thing open. Seriously, it's freaking heavy. Been back in the gym this week and I'm a little stiff. But as you see that, guys, it's quite the thing, right? Boom. Yeah, you can push that all the way out. Probably if you push one panel at a time, it's a little bit easier. Like push that one first, then push that, and don't push all 3 of them at the same time. But it goes like that, 0 corner, and then so on a nice day, like, you know, like 3, 4, 5 months out of the winter, you know, when it's 70s out, and you could just keep that open. This is screened in, and this is basically part of your living room almost. It's really nice. So, yeah, see that? It's like, boom. It's beautiful. Let me close that back up. It's a little muggy out today. And then you've got a door there that goes into a bathroom as well. Yeah, it's quite the system here. I got my second workout for the day. And got a full bath here, which has the door that would go out to the pool. This is your primary. Really good size primary because a lot of space, as you can kind of see. That's a king size bed. And right here, boom, boom. Yeah, guys, make sure you're using me. You're putting my name down, reaching out to me. If you have a realtor that's not serving you properly, you know, and you're finding these communities with my videos, guys, I put a lot of work into doing this, a lot of time, a lot of effort, and you know, I keep these coming every week. I've been doing them for years, guys. So you know, I like to see that return on investment as well, and I like to get the sales, and I've got a family to feed. So I do appreciate the business, guys, and it's what I do this for, you know, and I do this to serve you as well. So, you know, I do what I say. I'm a man of my word, and I always answer my phone. So, I usually have a very quick response time. I work 7 days a week. You know, been slacking on the videos. I had to go flip a subscriber's house that I couldn't sell, and I ended up buying it. So it's been a little bit slowed down a little bit over the summertime. So I had to supplement my income, and I did sell it in 1 day. So it was a blessing on that. So hopefully that'll close in 3 weeks. And right now I'm back to doing videos full time, guys. So I'm going to try to do 2 or 3 videos a week, you know, ramp up my content, and then, you know, see what happens. And then maybe I can ease up during the holidays a little bit and keep, you know, cut it back to like 1 video a week. Usually that's when I get busy anyway, and a lot of people come down as that season, that winter season. I get a lot of snowbirds coming down, making appointments with me. So it gets a little slower in the summertime. So right here, now we're going down in square footage, guys. So I didn't even look which model this was. Sorry, just like talking. This is the, which one was this? I think I blew right past the sign. The Hallmark. Okay, we're at the Hallmark. So get a little bit more budget friendly here, guys. Still in really nice houses, you can get those 8-foot doors. Got a little bit of a linen closet, a coat closet there. A little foyer area. You can put like a chair or whatever. You can even put a desk and a computer up there, you know, if you so wish. Come through here, laundry room, not bad, right? Especially if you have the folding table, the sink and stuff like that. Or you can make that an extension of the kitchen, put your coffee there, something like that. So, boom, 2-car garage, high ceiling. You kind of come through here. You know, still good size breakfast bar. Got your natural light right there. Big window. Enough room for a nice sized table. Splits off into a bedroom, bathroom / den, which you could also make this into another bedroom because I believe this has a closet. So technically it's a bedroom or a guest room. Flex, we'll just call it the flex space. So, yeah, guys. I love doing these videos, to be honest with you. It's one of my favorite things to do. Flipping houses and working at houses, it's not that fun. It's cool, like, yeah, when you see, like, the before and afters and, you know, you get paid at closing, but, like, doing the work is terrible. Extended lanai. So, and another thing you'll notice is these are the more narrower lots. So if you do an extended lanai, you're going to lose some yard space. And as you'll see, I'll just show it to you because if you don't know and you want to see, you still have a little bit of a yard. So if you have a dog, you know, you can fence that off, and they still got a decent little area. So not bad. Or you can put a pool back there. It's gonna be a very small pool, but you could maybe do a little something. You have to be 5 feet set back from the property line with your screen cage, so just keep that in mind if you're building a pool. So that's really not gonna leave you a lot of space. This is your primary, obviously, linen closet. So not bad. These ones are, you know, ranging. Let's just go back through this, guys. We're talking, we'll even go to a quick move-in. So Crestwind, Mystique. So that must be the things that they were talking about there. They're doing these quick move-ins that I saw on the sheet. They must have the packages. Those are those package homes, the Leisure Series and the Passport Series, Crestwind, Heston. But they're smaller homes. It's like 1,200 to 1,800 square feet. Those must be the homes that get the packages, right? Because it seems like they've got them on the quick move-ins. I'm going to go see if I can get into one or two, see how far they are along. But if they're really not at all completed, then I'm probably not. I'm going to skip that. They do have some ready for October, so, but I don't know. Probably not that show ready yet. I'll have to come back and I'll do an inventory tour in October or November when they've got some more quick move-ins ready to go. But this one here, guys, so base price, Hallmark, $364, so 1,655 square feet. So still not bad, guys. It's not like super small. Still a decent size. And if it's only 2 people and, you know, you need a little guest room and an office, it's perfect. There's not a lot of house to clean and not a lot of upkeep. Looks like we got a little bit of a design center here in this model here, which seems to be locked. The store, no. All right, maybe I can get in from the other way. And I guess I gotta go around to get into that house, huh? Huh. So this is the Crestwind. That's obviously gonna be a 2-car garage. This is gonna be, this is one of those package homes, I think. Let me go through it here with you. This is where like you can pick the different packages, and then you kind of already know the price and what's included. You can pick this package or that package, and then do it like that. So you won't see like the super fancy upgrades in here, but it keeps the price down. You know, it doesn't have the tall doors, but I'm sure they have packages like that. You'll see, you know, carpet, some of the rooms, stuff like that. But like I said, you can get into these homes for, you know, it's not even the Crestwind right here, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,662 square feet, $385, $990 base price, and then you add the package to that. So not bad. Not bad at all. You can be in the, like, probably low to mid 4s. Sure, you still have to pick the lot and stuff like that. So you pay the lot premium, then you pick the package, and it's a pre-selected package. So not a bad space, guys. You know, not a bad space at all. It's got a good flow to it. You know, smaller double vanity. You know, kind of like the shower behind the door thing. But this has like a, yeah, they need to get like some kind of a door stopper there, because people are gonna smash that glass with that door handle eventually. It's got the double slider. It's nice. Pantry over there. So you got 1 bedroom, laundry, garage, which, okay, so this is what I want to show you. I think this is the package area. Okay, so these are the packages that you can get in these models here. So these are probably more like some of those Pulte models type things. It would remind you of Pulte. Like if you went to Pulte or Syntex, these are kind of like the same packages that they have. So, you know, Premier Warmth, Premier Natural, Premier Fresh, Luxe Fresh, Luxe. The Luxe, I think, is the you know, the most expensive of the packages. Boom. And then these are kind of like the fixtures that you would get, come in the package, and then this kind of goes through your warranty. So Del Webb, Pulte, and Syntex are some of the only builders that have this 5-year water intrusion warranty, which is huge. You know, that's water infiltration, like from the roof, from the doors, from the sliders, from the windows, from the walls, covered for 5 years. They do a pre-drywall orientation, a pre-closing orientation, and then your walkthrough celebration, which is like your final walkthrough. 1, 2, 5, and 10-year warranties. This is kind of like how they do the roofing and gutters. You can get a good grip on that. When they're doing the tile, like the moisture barrier right here, how they butt it up to the lip on the tub pan, so you can understand that the water can't get behind there from the bottom. And, you know, unless you obviously have cracks in the grout starts to go over time, stuff like that, then you just have to have that maintained. These are kind of like your pipes, like these poly plastic. It's supposed to be, you know, flexible with heat and not as crackable as the traditional PVC. Over time, they're supposed to be more durable, more long-lasting. Insulation, that's your type of drywall. And then this would be like on a 2nd-story home that has wood frame. This is how they would side it, you know, basically like that. So, low emissivity windows, programmable thermostats. So yeah, guys, you can go through all of that when you come down, or I can do it virtually with you. And then you got it's a 2-bedroom here, so it's not bad, right? Boom. All right. I think I'm gonna cut off for a second while I walk around and go to this last model. All right, so this is actually the design studio, okay? So I'll just run through this with you guys real quick. Looks like they're putting something else right here. Another home site. Maybe it's a larger design studio. So, yeah, to end off, because I don't really have an amenity to show you right now, guys, we'll just look at the design studio. Just have a quick look. Some of your cabinet choices, some of your countertop choices, some of your backsplash choices, different faucets, and just kind of gives you an idea of the different cabinetry and how they look actually in the kitchen, different countertops and how they look, different backsplashes. It's pretty cool. So it's a good experience to come in here and really get a visual on what you'd like to add to your future home. Different flooring options from, wood plank looking tile to ceramic and porcelain tile, different upgraded carpet choices, vinyl plank laminate, luxury vinyl plank, or real hardwood floors. So lots of selections here, your different hardwares that you can choose from. Gives you an idea, the faucet packages, lighting, things like that, guys. This will be fully functional and open here very soon. And you'll come meet with this fine lady here, and she'll get you all situated, and we'll get your package together to add to your new home. All right, guys, so hope you enjoyed this tour today. Robert Lunt, Realty One Group, MVP. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe, you're hitting the like, guys, and make sure you're checking out all my other model tours, guys, and you're reaching out to me if you're planning a trip down here to Florida, or if you need me to do a virtual tour, virtual walkthrough, just shoot me a text. Very, very user-friendly, guys. I'm not super high pressure, guys, but I will follow up with you from time to time to see what's going on, anything that you need. I'll stay working on it, guys. So 941-879-4730. Have a great day. Hope you enjoyed this video.